Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's had a blessed weekend. Welcome back to another Chart Nerd TA video. We are going to be doing some technical analysis today on Telcoin. The ticker is TEL against USDT. We're on the weekly time frame. I do apologize. I'm a bit bunged up at the moment. I got a bit of a cold, but I am trying to get as much content out as possible. So diving into Telcoin, I did release an update on this about a week ago, and I was speaking about sort of key support lines and areas where we could see some potential relief. And again, since its inception back here in 2019, this trend line has been very, very fruitful. If each tap you've considered buying, and again you can see that we're working up in beautiful waveforms. We've come up impulsively here, and then we've come down very correctively, and I think right now we're looking to start this impulsive move back up to this local all-time high for Telcoin. Again, a long way off. We still got a lot to go, but just based off of multi-year ascending support, these contact points have been very fruitful for entry points. So if we do see TEL start to retrace it and come back any deeper in a larger correction and taking out previous highs and not holding support, then again, just look for this ascending level of support, because each time it has bounced off of this, it's been very fruitful. But anyways, we are looking very, very healthy at the moment. Let's keep this trend line in the charts on the weekly. I'm going to get the Gaussian channel on and show you something that I've noticed here too. You can see, look, throughout this whole prior downtrend where Telcoin had this level of resistance to break before, in the previous bear. So we came into the bear market in 2018, had this crash, and you can see we were sort of stuck between support and resistance, this descending resistance. And it wasn't until December of 2020 where we actually came up. Sorry, this was in January of 2021, where we came up and just smashed through that resistance. And you can see that this impulsive move here in the last alt season for TEL was ridiculous. That was like a 50,000% move. So again, I don't think we're a bit more mature now. I don't think, and with circulating supply and everything going on, I don't think we're going to see a 50,000% move again occur. But that's not to say that we can't still have some really, really impulsive price action here for TEL. And I'm going to get some targets in a minute, what I'm looking at for this cycle. But what I wanted to point out primarily was with this downtrend that we was in before, you can see that on the Gaussian channel on the weekly, the bear market was really heavily indicated by this large red zone, of which you come under the Gaussian. You can see we came up to the mid of the Gaussian here, got rejected again, but we put in a higher low than the local low, the prior low, and at that point we came up and just smashed through it and absolutely melted it. So what you can see now is, if we fast forward, TEL also had this key level of resistance that it needed to break out of here. Yeah, so from this bull run high, we had a level of resistance. We entered the Gaussian bear market. We came under the Gaussian, just like here. You've come under the Gaussian. You come back up to the middle. You came back for a higher low. Right now, we've come under the Gaussian. We've come back up to the top band of the Gaussian, come back for a higher low, and are now impulsively breaking out. So it looks very similar to kind of something that we've done in the past for Telcoin, where we had this level of resistance. You've had this level of resistance here that's recently just been taken out, and when this resistance last got taken out and there was a small backtest towards the top end of this Gaussian and the Gaussian flipped green, okay, we was already on our way. So what you can see now is we've broken out of resistance. The Gaussian has flipped green. We have backtested the top end of the Gaussian and the previous resistance line, okay, as support. So right now we're flagging into support, breaking out of the Gaussian, back testing it for support equally. We flipped green on the weekly, and the last time this happened, look at the move that came for TEL. As I said, it was a 50,000% move. So if history was to repeat, we've come through the Gaussian, we've come through the bear market, we've tackled out key resistance, just like this resistance was tackled out. We had a small back test to the Gaussian before exploding. We've tackled out resistance, we've had a flag, back testing the Gaussian, and now I think we're looking for the explosion. But again, does this have to happen right now? It doesn't. We have to keep our eyes on Bitcoin, because if we start to roll over, okay, and a lot of alts are bleeding back into Bitcoin right now for security because they're panicking during this dip, it wouldn't surprise me to see Telcoin again. As I said, if you lose support, just look for the ascending support line that it's been holding for multi-years. Okay, or look for the median of the Gaussian for a first level of support before reactions. It's literally support and resistance. It's that simple. So as I said, previous bear market, we were stuck on this ascending support line. We came up, ran into this level of resistance. We pulled back for a higher low, okay, and then the Gaussian flipped green. After the Gaussian flipped green, we tackled this resistance and we melted up. Again, fast forward, we're under this resistance, coming back to this support line, this ascending support, under the Gaussian, come back up into resistance, come back for a higher low. We've broken resistance, back testing the Gaussian, looking for continuation. Just here, broke out, back test, continuation. Okay, it looks very, very similar, and we're in the same sort of territory we was back here in all of this bear market price action in 2020. It's very, very similar. I'm sorry, it's very messy. Let me just get the Gaussian off actually so we can see a bit clearer for a second. You can see again, you had all of this structure under here, this accumulation. Right now, you've had all of this structure here on accumulation, on ascending support, on ascending support. You had a key level of resistance to tackle, key level of resistance to tackle, melt out. Okay, started to tackle out, coming back for a flag support, melt out. I really think that things are gearing up here for Telcoin, and this project has a great future. So let's look at some targets, okay, based on this information. Again, as I said, just before I go as well, you can see we've broken out above the Gaussian. We're flagging back to the Gaussian, and we've just tapped it last week on the top end for support. We're flipping green. The last time this flipped green, look what happened for Telcoin. Okay, and again, history doesn't have to repeat, but it sure does fucking rhyme. Excuse my French. So with the targets that I'm looking at, let's get some targets on. So for me, the bull run cycle targets for Telcoin, going from this local low here that we just put in December 2023, retracing back to the current all-time high. If I just get that knob on. For me, I think we're looking for a 21 cent to near $1 Telcoin, and from these lows, once you start tackling out this all-time highest price discovery, and I think a minimum the 1272 will be met this cycle at 21 cents, which is a 62x and a move of 6,240%. Key things to keep in mind, this isn't something I'm expecting to happen overnight. If we look back to this price action here, you can see that back in March 2021 when we started topping out, we had this descending triangle. That descending triangle target, let's see if it was met. Okay, and this could be the telltale sign. Okay, bear market over. Yep, look, right down here, all the way down to this level, accumulation range right now, and I think we're taking out key resistance, looking for the impulsive move. So what I think the next thing is, if we do see a positive reaction off of this flag into previous resistance support, and we start bouncing up here, I think key targets to look above are 0.007 to 0.012, like this sort of range of this previous descending triangle where it broke down. Right now I think we've had this accumulation range right here, and we're trying to break back up to this previous support of this descending triangle, looking to meet that as resistance. So I think this will be a very key area to see Telcoin start making some tough decisions. If it does start reacting and bouncing up here, are we going to start to come back down to this ascending support line we've been looking at? Or is this the continuation of the trend, getting back above, holding it, and re-attacking this high? And as I said, these are the targets that I'm looking for in the near future for Telcoin. I do think it will eventually get there, whether it's next month, next year. Things are looking relatively healthy, and as I said, we are starting to come out of our little accumulation zone. We're seeing a bullish flag, back testing support on previous resistance, looking for the breakout. And with the Gaussian also flipping green on the weekly, with a nice back test to that, things do look really healthy. So I hope you enjoyed the content today, guys. From Chart Nerd TA, take care, peace out.